Good day, folks. Thanks for watching my how-to video about using Movie Maker to create a stop-motion animation. If Movie Maker isn't already on your computer as part of the Windows Essentials, then you can get it from this website, and the link is in the bar above. For my stop-motion animation, I decided to use clay. So the first step was to build a diorama as the background and to build all my clay figures. I have already completed these steps before starting the movie. Once you have your diorama and your figures, the next step is to take the pictures and upload them to your computer. I've already completed this, and I would strongly recommend that you save them all in a common folder so it's easier to find once you start. For me, I went to my desktop, saved the folder as stop motion, and all my pictures are inside of here. Now we are ready to add photos to our stop motion. To complete this task, we go to the Home tab in the top left corner, and under the Home tab, we select the Add Videos and Photos tool. We click this, it'll bring us into our folder. For me, it's Desktop, Stop Motion, and first we're going to add the pictures in the Boat folder. So to add them all at once, you can click on the first one, hold Shift, and arrow down until they are all selected. This is much faster than adding them individually. So now we can hit Enter or the Open button, and all our photos are in Movie Maker. If you try to hit play at this point, you will realize that your pictures are set at a default of 7 seconds each. If you leave it in this setting, it will not look like a stop motion. It will look more like a slideshow of pictures. So to fix this, you need to double click on a picture, and right here it'll go to the Video Tools under the Editing tab, and the duration is set to 7 seconds. You can change this, and you may have to play with it to find what works for you. I'm going to go with 0.2 of a second. So that only just changed one picture. So what I can do, I can double click on the next picture, hold Shift, and then down arrow all the way so all my pictures are selected. Put in 0.2 seconds again, hit Enter, and now all my pictures are adjusted to 0.2 seconds each. Now if we hit play, you'll see that it's starting to go much quicker through and is looking more like an animation rather than a slideshow. The word of advice I have is to save as often as possible. Anytime you make a change, you should save so you do not lose your work. So we'll go through that now. So you go to File, and for this point it's going to be Save Project As. We'll go to the same folder again, Desktop, Stop Motion, and we'll just save it here, and we'll call it Fishing. You will notice that this file type is a Movie Maker project, so it can only be opened in Movie Maker. We will deal with exporting later so we can open it in different programs. Okay, next we're going to add some more photos. It's of a different camera angle. So if you notice on picture 33 to 34, there's a big jump where the fish comes fully out of the water. Well, I have other photos of a different angle that will zoom in on the line and the fish as it's coming out of the water. So first, we'll add all the pictures of the line. And again, we'll have to go through the same process of double clicking, shift down, and get all the pictures involving the line. And then we're going to change the duration. For this one here, I found that 0.3 was more effective. So now we're going to click on the last picture of the line. So to ensure that when I put my pictures of the fish in next, so we go to Home, Add Photos, we'll highlight all the fish pictures, Enter, and you notice because we had to click on the last line picture that all the fish photos will follow. So again, double click, shift, highlight all the fish coming out of the water. I found 0.3 was good for this one again, hit Enter, and now all my pictures are into Movie Maker and set at the proper duration, so you can have a quick look at this point and see if it flows smoothly as you would like. This is a good time to test and see if you like the durations and the point where you make changes, and I like the way that looks, so I'm going to save it there. Now that we have all of our pictures into Movie Maker set at the correct duration and in the correct order, we can add a few more effects. So for this, we'll click on the Home tab, and we'll click the first picture, and then we'll click Title. So for this now, it'll add a title slide at the front. So we can go with the title Fishing, and then again we can set the duration to a bit shorter, so we'll go with 3 seconds, and then you can click over here and select an animation of your choosing that you would like to see the word fish come to the screen as. So you can click play so you can see what it looks like. I like that one, so we'll save it. We're going to add some sound to our animation. To do this, we go to the Home tab, and then we have two options. The first, we can record a narration, so we can add in our own voice to speak as the characters, or we can use the Add Music tool, which is the step we're going to take next. Underneath the Add Music, you can either add a song, or you can add a sound effect that's saved as an MP3 file. So we'll click Add Music, and then down under Add Music from PC, we'll click Add Music. I have some sound effects saved here in my folder, so we'll go with the boat. So now you can see the soundtrack underneath the pictures, but you'll notice it starts at the very beginning of the movie. So if we double click, we'll get these options for the music tool. This start time is the time in the movie it starts. So if we go to 3 seconds, you'll see how the time track shifts to the right, and now it'll start as soon as the title slide has ended. So the sound will come directly as the boat starts moving. If you look at the soundtrack, you'll notice that it doesn't quite last the whole duration of the movie, so we'll clean that up a little bit now. So first we'll double click on the soundtrack so we can get the options open for the music tool. So now this start point, this will be the start in which your music starts playing in the sound clip itself. So if we change this to point 2, you'll notice the sound bars all move across right here, and that'll start a little bit earlier. So if we scroll down to the end, we'll see that the sound actually stops a bit early. So we'll change the end time to, let's try 7.5, and that looks pretty good there. So now that we have this clip cleaned up, we can copy it and paste it right here. So then we'll have two of the soundtracks playing one after another, and you'll notice it'll now end when the movie ends. So we have sound the entire time. Very often you may have a clip that may have a start or end that is very abrupt. You can make it look smoother by adding a fade in or fade out effect. It will give a more professional look and feel to your animation. To do this, we'll click on the first picture, and we'll click Visual Effects so we can add a fade into this one. We'll click the little down arrow to get a drop down window. Click Multiple Effects. Go down through this little scroll bar until you find Fade In from Black. Click on it, then click Add and Apply. And we'll have a little look to see how it feels. That's looking pretty good. So now we'll scroll down to the bottom and add a fade out to our last picture. So click on it, Visual Effects, drop down window for Multiple Effects. This time we're looking for Fade Out Black. Click on it, click Add, Apply. We'll play the clip. That's happening pretty fast, so we can extend the duration as we did earlier. Double click, we'll change it to 2 seconds. We'll give it a play. That looks pretty smooth. Once you're done editing your animation and you're happy with your work, you can click this little full screen preview button. Your animation will start to play, and this will give you a chance to have a look at how it all turned out. I hope this video helped, and if you have any problems in the future, check back my tutorial videos to follow.